Debt to me was very, very stressful. It was a burden and it was very embarrassing, even though not our friends knew about, the debt that we had, but I felt embarrassed just knowing personally that we had that much debt and couldn't really seem to get out of it ourselves. So, working with Credit Solutions, I felt like they cared. They really took the time to help us settle our debts or our accounts in a timely manner. We would call them and say, we have X amount of money, and they would get on an account and they would get it settled for us within a day or two. And they made it easy because they were in constant contact with us, and they said if we had questions to call them, and they were there to help us and support us, not kind of look down on us and say, oh, we have another account we need to settle. It was more, they were being proactive and saying, here's what we have ahead, what do you think we can work on, and we move forward that way.
Also, I think they understood where we were coming from. I would call there and say, look, I'm getting harassment calls from creditors. What am I doing? Because it's intimidating to have these people calling you and threatening you in a sense. And I would call up Credit Solutions. I'd talk to Kim, and she would reassure me that it's okay and that these are the steps you need to take to have them taken care of, and for them to stop calling and stop harassing you. And she bent over backwards. She made phone calls for me on my behalf to help with those issues, and it was just comforting to know that somebody was on the other line that actually cared, and you didn't have to talk to a recording, and you didn't have to wait for them to call you back. And when in fact I talked to Kim, she would call me back on my cell phone, at work, wherever I need her to call me, whenever she could get a hold of me. She was very flexible, and it was just comforting to know that they were there for you.
When I would call Credit Solutions to discuss an account or whatnot, I always spoke to somebody who was very respectful, professional, always willing to help me, asked me if I was satisfied with the service or that they had given me that day. The advice that I would give to my children as they grow up is to teach them the importance of money and the value of spending, spending their money on things that are not materialistic, things that they really need as opposed to things that they might really want, and just teaching them the importance of saving, taking them to the bank, and really teaching them about how you earn interest and putting money away for things that are important.
Working with Credit Solutions has definitely made a huge impact in our lives and given us more security in how we feel, not worrying about credit card debt, and giving us the opportunity to spend time thinking about what we're going to do with our kids, where we're going to go with our kids, and how we can make life more fun for them.